Hello and welcome to today's discussion on blissful awareness. There have been some questions, so we'll start with that. There was some gap in between, there were no meetings. So, as and when the question comes, we start the meetings. So, today there are a few questions. In between, if somebody wants to speak, they can unmute themselves and talk or send a message. There are some questions from Graham. I have had a question for a while. It seems like many seekers say, I am the witness. I do not understand how we can say that. Maybe one could say there was a gap, and I believe during that gap there was an experience of witnessing. But saying I am the witness, isn't it like saying I am Graham, or I am a man, or I am Brahma? It seems to me to be saying I am the witness is a false statement. As soon as there is I, there is no hope of witnessing. Is this right? Yes, you're right. To the extent that if somebody says I am the witness, it means that there is a concept, there is an idea of what witness is. Because then you have to ask who is asking this, who is knowing this, that I am the witness. You say that there is a gap and there is an experience of witnessing, which is also not absolutely true because witnessing is what? It is happening all the time. So, put it in a different manner, the witness, that which is being witnessed, and witnessing, they all are one and the same. They are not different. And therefore, if you believe one to be true and other is false, then we have to really examine whether one can exist without the other. If there is nothing to witness, how can the witness be there or witnessing be there? Witnessing is something in between witness and witnessed. So if both witness and witnessed, what is being witnessed and the witness itself are not there, then what is witnessing? It cannot be defined then. Therefore, I am the witness when we say it is not complete observation. It is not complete observation in the true sense because you are not actually seeing one part of it. The one part is that which is being observed or seen or witnessed. The other part is which is witnessing it, which is seeing it or which is observing it, which we call an observer or the witness or the seer. Now, unless the both the witness and what is being witnessed both are seen without any bias, without any preconceived notions, the observation will not be complete. So you are right here that we should not take anything which has been written in some texts or which is said by someone. The most important part is that we understand by our own observation, by our own exploration into the realm of who am I, or rather, what am I? Where is this I? So, to understand where is this I, what is this I, we have to totally, without any bias, without any expectations, without any notions, explore it fully. And when the exploration means, it not only includes that which is being observed, but also that which is observing that observation. The fault is that we consider the observer or the witness to be there all the time. We think or we presume that the witness can never not exist. But the problem is, what is it that knows that witness never exists, never cease to exist? What is it that comes to this conclusion that witness is ever existent? So your question is very right, which says that if I'm coming to a conclusion, I am the witness, then that needs to be further explored. That needs to be further understood. That from where this question is coming, and who is it which is knowing this, that I am the witness. So the question is right, and if there is earnestness in it, if there is no coloring by whatever is there in the memory, whatever has been written in some text or scriptures, just raw, naked truth, whatever is there in front of you. If you are earnest to the hilt, to the extreme, then you will understand. Don't believe what is being said now. Don't believe in me. Don't believe in anyone. You have to do it yourself. Because as soon as some belief comes, there will be a preconceived notion, there will be a conclusion that this is what it is without questioning it, without actually going into the depth of it. And that is how there are so many religions have come up. One religion says that God exists, and there is anti of it that God doesn't exist. So these are all notions. The most important part is that are we ready to explore ourselves as it is, without any mixture, without any addition or deletion, without any beliefs or notions that exist because we have read somewhere, because of the memory. If you ask yourself, what is it that is knowing the memory? What is the source of this memory? You'll come to a conclusion that the source is the society, the books, the teachers, the gurus, the masters. But right now, we don't know what Buddha meant when he said there is no Atma, there is no self. Or when the Krishna said the self cannot be destroyed. You have to be Krishna to understand what he is saying. And to be Krishna, you have to, or the Christ, that my Father and the Son is one. So you have to be in that frame of Krishna or Christ to understand what is the meaning of these words. Otherwise, we will take it as a belief, as a notion, as an expression, as a repetition that this is true because Krishna has said it, because Christ has said it, because Buddha has said it. But is it your own exploration? Is this your own finding? Is this your own conclusion? Is this the evidence right now? I'm not saying they are true or they're not true. But if you take them to be true, you definitely are coming or going to come to the same conclusion as what they have given. So the whole exploration is colored from the beginning. It is biased from the beginning. And it will always come to the same conclusion that I am the witness. I'm the existence. I'm the Brahman. I'm the whole. Who is this I which says that I am the whole? What is this I which knows that I am the existence? How can the existence knows itself without a division between the one that knows and one that is being known? How do we and why should we take this as an established fact that I exist prior to the experience itself? Because I itself is an experience. What is I if there is no intellect? What is I if there are no words to say that I is there? What is I in the body, just in the body? What is I without the memory? What is I without the scriptures if you have not heard it from someone that I am the witness? So it is good that you have raised this question. It is good that you can and you are ready to explore it in the total sincerity without any bias of whatever you have heard or learned or known from anyone, from any source. Reject everything. Reject your own beliefs and thoughts and ideas and conceptions. Just reject them whenever you're sitting for a exploration or knowing who you are, what you are. Be a fresh like a flower without any any collection of the memory of what could be the answer. Explore it afresh as if you are the only one which exists in the whole universe and you are trying to find out for the first time what is it, this thing called I, what is this witness, what is being witnessed. Suppose you are born in a jungle where there are no human beings. Will you come to this conclusion, I am the witness? Just try to imagine that way. Be the one person who is just born in the jungle and is provided everything. Everything is being provided. The food, the shelter, everything is there. But there is no one you can talk to. Then whom you will talk? You'll talk to the birds, you'll talk to the plants, you'll talk to the water. The whole thing will be living, right? The whole thing will be living. So explore in that way that what is this I? Don't take any answer which comes from the intellect. Don't believe me. Don't believe anyone who has ever said anything about it. Start afresh. Begin from the beginning, from the start, from the zero. Perhaps then you will get an answer which is authentic, which is not repeated, which is not taken to be true before the inquiry is started. You further, Graham has asked, Graham is a relative being, so I can say I am Graham in the relative word. Absolutely right. Same with man. Brahman is beyond all limits, so he can be Krishna and me a bug and the unknowable God all at once. All those statements are true according to path of knowledge. They don't change. But this term, I am the witness, seems more like more of the ego trying to hold on to the some I am statement. That isn't true. Like I am a loving person, I am an angry person, I am the witness. I agree with you here again that whatever limits are there, they have been created by intellect, by the mind. Once those divisions are removed or not removed, they fall off. The limits are gone. Whenever you say, I am loving, that statement is false because you love. You cannot be loving. You cannot know what is love, in fact. If you know that you are loving, that you have never known what is love, it cannot be put into words. It cannot be explained by anyone. It cannot be known by anyone to that extent, because love is what it is. You are love. The God is love. If there is something called God, the whole existence is love. If that is known, then you cannot so say also that it is love. But love itself is flowing through everything, which is a distortion of love many a times. We have our own desires, intentions, and we think that is love. That is not love, that is fear. That is your own desires which calls it as love, because you think you are taking care of someone, therefore other will take care of you, and that is love. Is that love? Is that really love? Honestly, ask yourself, is that love? Or you love someone because there is fear that I will lose him or her, or lose an object. Is that love? We even say, I love the car. Do you love your car? Can you love your car? Because once you love a person, you exclude everybody else who is not that person. Same way, when you say I am the witness, who is it which is saying I am the witness? What is it that is saying I am the witness? What is it that is knowing I am the witness? Find out that which knows and which says. Is it not mere words coming out from intellect? It says I am the witness. What is the witness then? And who will ever know what is the witness without being something different from the witness? If you can never know what is the witness without something being different from the witness, how can the reality of witness be ever established? So you are right when you say, I am a loving person, I am an angry person. Similarly, the same I says, I am the witness. So find it out, not because something you have read somewhere, not because someone has said that you are the witness, not because I am saying you are not the witness. Find out the reality of this I. Can this I exist without language? Can this I exist without words? Can this I exist without memory? Can this I exist without mind? Can this I exist without relativity being there? You relate to someone and then you say I. Because as soon as you say I, there is something which is not I, which is not you. Laila has said, don't say just be that. Yeah, I mean, as soon as you put it into words, it will be polluted. It will be destroyed. The beauty will be destroyed. As soon as say this is rose, actually you're not seeing the rose. You're not seeing the flower which has blossomed. You're just playing with the words. You are playing with the memory. Because as soon as you say it is rose, the memories associated with rose will come, which are dead, which are inert, which don't exist as of now, which are not alive right now when you are seeing the flower. So as soon as you color it with the thought, the beauty is gone, the love is gone, the innocence is gone. What is projected is mere words, which don't have any stay in front of what is living. Try to find out what is I without this living liveliness which exists. Don't color it with any thought or idea. or intellect or mind or memory. They are just words which doesn't have any significance for the life which exists. Even when the dog exists, dog doesn't say I am a dog. It is human beings which they project that being as a dog. But the liveliness is there in a dog, right? The liveliness is there in a rose. The same liveliness is there in you as as no one, as nobody. You don't have to put it, I am the witness, I am the experiencer, or I am the knower, I am the seer. What is it that knows this I as the seer? And how this I as the seer is different from I am an angry person, I am a loving person. How it is different? How the liveliness of a flower is different from the liveliness which is there in a dog, or the liveliness which is there right now, right here, at this moment, which doesn't want anything, which does not rejects anything, which does not accepts anything also, which is just there. It is we who say that I want this. It is I which says that I don't want this. Just remove this I. Where are the wants? Where are the rejections? Where is love? What is love? Can you ever find what is love? If you can never find what is love, if you have ever found what is love, then it is not love. If you have ever found what is I, then it is not that real I, which we define as something which is unchanging or which is ever existing or as anything else. Why should we agree to anything which has ever been said in this existence? What is the compulsion to agree to whatever has been said till now? That is one part of it. The other part of it is there is not a single thought which is original in this whole existence. If you combine these things both, where you can go? There is nothing which is original, and there is nothing which is to be believed. And in that respect, everything is original. In that respect, every moment is lively. In that respect, whatever you see is life, not dead. There is nothing as dead. And if there is nothing as dead, there is nothing as life also. Life is a concept made, is a word again given by the mind, by the I, by the intellect. What is that living which is devoid of all this concepts and ideas and I-ness, beingness, presence, witness, witnessing, witness, witnessed, object, subject? What is it right now, right here, which is alive, but is devoid of all these definitions, of all these words, of all these statements, of all these concepts, imaginations? We only live in imaginations. We only live in some images which are formed, which doesn't have any substance. Can an image have any substance? The image which is formed when you see a person for the second time. If you have seen the person for the first time, still you will form an image. Oh, this person belongs to that religion, belong to that part of the country. He's dark, he's bright, he's good, he's bad. So many images will be formed. Why these images are being formed? You see the irony of the mind. You're seeing a person for the first time, and still there are so many images. He's from such and such country. He's such and such a religion. He doesn't seems to be good. See how ridiculous it is. He doesn't seems to be good. or the opposite, he seems to be so nice. You have not talked to him, you have not heard him, you have not done any interaction, still there is an image. We just live in these false images. What is life without any image? Right now, right here, at this moment. Can you see that? That is life. That doesn't necessitate yourself to acknowledge or to name that it is witness. What is the necessity? As soon as you label it that I am the witness, you lose that life. You lose that liveliness in that moment, which is there to be to be savored, to be tasted. You miss that taste. As soon as you say, I live in the present moment, you miss the bus. There's no past, there's no future. Where's the present moment? Feel the presence. Who is feeling the presence? Abide in the self. Who is abiding in the self? Just be with that which is there without any words, thoughts, images, concepts. Can there be such an existence which is devoid of thoughts, feelings, emotions, exist all 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 memory which you have collected till now? Can there still be life present without the use of memory? Can you see life as it is without the help of words or images? There's one more statement which Graham has made. It seems like a not helpful phrase and idea to me. Sometimes witnessing is something we do, but we don't, but it's not our essence because we are the whole, and what we witness, if not only silence, or else we would not know silence. We witness noise and gaps is equal to silence. We are the noise, and the gap is the whole. And I remember as soon as I try and form the I am not that. You are right, but there is one thing which you can examine further when you say that we witness noise and gaps is the silence. We are the noise, and the gap is the whole. How we come to this conclusion that gap is the whole? That's the problem, right? I am the witness, now you're substituting it to I am the whole. Why there is ever a need to come to any conclusion as such, whether it is a witness or the absolute or unchanging or the whole or the universe or the existence or whatever name you want to give it? Why you want to come to a conclusion? Because any conclusion will be a limited praise, limited activity, a limitation imposed on that which is unlimited. So any conclusion is not desirable when you are exploring your own being, when you are exploring what is this I, with honesty, with sincerity, with full nakedness, without any imposition of whatever you have heard or listened or read or exist as an idea or a concept. What is life without any concept? What is love without any concept of what love is? What is I without any concept of what is I? That's going to the source. Don't come to a conclusion. Rest everything is fine. One more question has come that I too have a doubt. If consciousness is witnessing, it means it is doing something. How can consciousness be a doer? Consciousness is non-doer. Actually, consciousness is neither doer nor it is non-doer. What does it mean? Consciousness is just is. what is the difference between consciousness and life? There's no difference. So when we say life, it means consciousness, right? And when we say consciousness, it means everything that exists. There's no difference between something being conscious and something not being conscious. That is a relative word when we say someone is unconscious. That's not what we are talking here right now, right at this moment. What we are saying is that which is vibrant, which is alive, is it any different from the consciousness itself? Now, when we say, I am the doer, there is a division, already a division, that something is being done, somewhere I have to go, something is to be achieved, and I am different, and the goal is different, and there is some distance in between, there is some time in between. So, you see, the whole world is created now. When you say I am not the doer, or when you say consciousness is non-doer, how you have come to that conclusion also? You have to be separate from consciousness to come to a conclusion that whether consciousness is doer or it is a non-doer, right? So coming to any conclusion is dangerous. So consciousness is doer, it is non-doer, it is it is something which is not at all put in the words of doership or non-doership. You cannot put it into words whether it is non-doer also. You cannot say it is absolute. It is absolute with reference to something which is relative. It cannot be absolute, right? Same way, consciousness cannot know consciousness itself without creating a division. And if that division ceases to exist, you cannot say consciousness exists, or it doesn't exist, or it is beyond both, or it is in both. All these statements will be will be very shallow, very, it will not take you anywhere, because whatever you presume before the inquiry, you will come to the same conclusion post the inquiry. So that's the danger of presuming something or assuming something before the inquiry is begin. I hope I am clear, and if I am not, that also is okay. So if anybody wants to say something about whatever is said, you're most welcome. Or if you want to write, better is to say, because then it becomes more clear. I hope I have not created more confusion than solving some confusions. So if anybody wants to speak up, please go ahead. And there's some message from, no, there's not there. Is it clear of what is said till now? I think Ram is also not here. So I will share this recording and this link of this conversation. I think Andy just joined, and we had some conversation or questions around whether I am the witness is the right conclusion or not. So we were discussing that any conclusion, if we are having some presumption, then we will come to the same conclusion. So the right way of exploring is that look afresh, look as if you are looking it for the first time, look as if it is happening for the first time. One example which came during the discussion was that you are the only human being in the jungle where you are born, and you are seeing everything afresh for the first time, not colored by something which you have read or heard. how you will see the world, how you will explore. Will it be possible that you will ever come to a conclusion that I am the witness? Just explore it. The witness, that which is being witnessed, and the witnessing, act of witnessing, they all are one. There is no differentiation, there is no division. If there is no differentiation, if there is no division, how can we come to a conclusion that I am witness or I am not the witness or I'm or there is witnessing without witness or witnessed being there, or there is something which we call as object which is being witnessed without the witness being there. So if anybody has any questions or any doubts or anything which is not clear or anything which is not true, please don't take anything on face value or whatever is being said. Otherwise, we will land into the same problem. Please feel free if anybody has to share something. Otherwise, we may close today's discussion. Thank you, everyone, for joining and for giving your time